Player in Georgia who collapsed on the sideline Friday night has died. 16-year-old Dylan Thomas took a big hit in the game, then said his limbs were numb, didn't feel right, and that all happened before he collapsed.
I heard that he was saying that, he wasn't feeling right, and then that's when his left leg and left arm went numb and he just pretty much fell off the bench.
Family members say he suffered brain swelling and was in a coma for hours. It's not clear where he was hit that caused the injury.
I want to get out there and play for him because, that's what he would want for us. He wanted us to play for him instead of just quitting.
Smith, an Illinois high school senior, suffered the fatal blunt force head injury on the last play of the game. CNN's Andy Scholes joins me now with more on this. Good morning.
Good morning, Carol. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like we talk about this every couple of weeks. Sadly, about the same number of high school football players continue to die each year. 17-year-old Andre Smith is the latest player to pass away from an on-field injury. He was hit on the last play of the game Thursday night. Now, Smith walked to the sideline before collapsing. He was unconscious but breathing while being rushed to the hospital. The Smith died Friday morning, and an autopsy showed that the cause of death was a blunt force head injury. Now, Smith's family says that Andre loved playing football, and they can't believe that this game took him from them.
Out of all the things people can live and die from, I never thought it would be something just as simple as that.
You understand the risk, but it's a game, it's a game, and kids have played this for years.
Now, on Friday night, another high school player in Tennessee had to be life-flighted to Vanderbilt University Medical Center after suffering a hit to the head during his game. Baylor Bramble had to have emergency surgery to release pressure on his brain. At last check, he was in critical condition. Now, Andre Smith is the 7th high school football-related death this year, and sadly, that is below the yearly average of 12 football-related deaths a year. And while Smith did die of a hit to the head, the leading cause of football deaths is actually sudden cardiac arrest. And a troubling statistic when it comes to high school football is that only 37% of schools employ a full-time athletic trainer, according to the National Athletic Trainers Association. More than half of schools have part-time trainers, while 3/4 have access to trainers at games.
Mark Seitz has been a football coach for nearly 2 decades. He's been at Liberty on the northeast side of Colorado Springs for 15 years. He says the 4 recent deaths are a huge tragedy to the football community.
It hits home, of course, and it's, you just focus on doing things the right way. And focus on safety as much as possible.
Seitz says CHSAA, the governing body of high school sports in Colorado, has made big strides when it comes to safety. During his tenure at Liberty, they've implemented concussion guidelines, and this year added a rule which makes targeting an unsuspecting player illegal.
Years ago, there was no concussion protocol. You didn't have a concussion unless you lost consciousness. That was pretty much how things were done. We've come so far in terms of medical technology and different things like that.
As added safety, Liberty has an athletic trainer for all sports and is present at every varsity game and practice.
There's inherent risk in any sport. I think football is as safe now as it's ever been. I really do.
Seitz says parents can also help their kids by watching for symptoms or signs of serious injuries and concussions so they get the medical treatment they need.